right, so today is April 13th, and we are going to be talking about radians and degrees. Um, so we kind of talked about this when we did trigonometry, how we switched our calculator over to degree mode because we measured angles in degree. You can also measure them in radians. And so what a radian is, it's a unit of angle measure based on arc length. So 1 radian is defined as the angle formed when the radius is equivalent to the length of the intercepted arc. Recall that circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. Okay, so basically what that comes down to is that a full 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi r. And in this case, it's just going to be 2 pi. Okay, so for half of that, it's just going to be pi. Okay, then you have your two formulas on how to convert degrees to radians or radians to degrees. If you're doing degrees to radians, you multiply degrees by pi, divide by 180, and then opposite for radians to degrees, multiply by 180, divide by pi. Okay, so the first one is degree to radian. So I multiply by pi over 180. Okay, and that gets me 60 pi over 180. All right, then all I need to do is reduce that as a fraction. Okay, and in your calculator, if you do math, enter, it reduces it automatically for you. So that reduces to 1/3. So that's just 1 pi over 3, which is just pi over 3. Okay, number 2, so same thing. So degree to radian, you're going to multiply by pi over 180. And you get 150 pi over 180. Okay, well that reduces to 5 pi over 6. Okay, and then again, so multiply by pi over 180. And we get 315 pi over 180, which reduces to 7 pi over 4. So y'all, all I've been doing is just doing 315 over 180, math, enter in my calculator. Okay, there's no need to do it by hand if you have a calculator. Okay, so then the opposite way, radians to degrees. So instead of by multiplying by pi over 180, we're going to multiply by 180 over pi. Okay, and then if you do that, okay, I get 180 times, or 5 pi times 180 over 4 pi. Okay, well the pi's actually cancel out. So really this is just 5 times 180 over 4. And that gets me 225 degrees. Okay, all right, so the next one, so I'm going to multiply by 180 over pi. Okay, the pi's will cancel out. So that's just 1 times 180 over 6. And that gets me 30 degrees. Okay, number 6. So I'm going to multiply by 180 over pi. The pi's cancel. So I get 5 times 180 over 3. And that gets me 300 degrees. Okay, then we have a mixed practice. So it's kind of just, if it's in a radian, convert it to degree. If it's in degree, convert it to radian. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to let y'all do 7 through 12 on your own and submit your answers on Edpuzzle. And then y'all can check with mine, okay? Okay, so for number 7, you should have gotten 330 degrees. Number 8, you should have got 7 pi over 6. Number 9, you should have got 120 degrees. Number 10, 3 pi over 4. Number 11 should have been 90. And then number 12 should be 3 pi over 2. Okay, so y'all, this is really an important subject that y'all learn how to do because it does show up in pre-cal. So if that's like where you want to end up in math, like make sure that you understand this today. Okay?